Alrighty, we back. And we're gonna continue. Let's just lock back in immediately. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Daisy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. I'm already not locked in. I need to lock in.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth.
Okay, clocking it.
For someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Daisy always gives it his best.
That's so weird that his name is Daisy. But I didn't know. Daisy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun.
He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is messy and it's so messy it's disturbing. Is that what he said? I don't know, I'm clicking fast. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Oh, is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you?
Okay, girl. I might be a little jealous. What's going on?
How come? You and Daisy can become good friends too.
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into.
Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori?
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
Okay, what is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
Okay, look at her little face.
What do I do?
Okay, give it to me. That's what you do.
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. I'm so nice. It'll make me happy no matter what. Why am I soft parenting her? Girl, just show me what you got.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Okay, girl?
I mean, isn't this the literature club? How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Who, Yuri? Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. So everybody's just doing something. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Am I locking in on her because I kept picking but I kept picking her taste in words in the last one? I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It seems like the same book that she'd lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. So she didn't even read it? Girl. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. What is happening? But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Okay, girl. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I see. Okay, so you definitely went to the bookstore. What is this book? Can I see it? 10 Ways to Kill a Guy. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, what's she about to say? Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol in the... Okay, Illuminati. I'm gonna kill you.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose those who to trust. Okay, it's Frambo. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri's gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Daisy?
No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, it's not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in.
Are you one of those people, Buki?
Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I?
A little.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem.
I'm just beginning scared to click. Like, what are you about to say to me?
When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people.
Okay. See, people have conditioned me to think this is a scary game. So every single time something, like say something, I'm bracing for impact.
So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. Yeah, that just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. And it's a literature club after all. Yeah, like girl, talk about what you want to talk about.
That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Wait, did I say that? Okay. Wait, did I say that? In fact, I might as well just get started reading it, right? Okay, so that was me. My bad.
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a minute ago, you said you were looking forward to it. What did I just say? Sorry, I just be clicking. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I had just put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive, right?
I'm sorry. It's not that I didn't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone else.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. That's because she's probably like me when somebody's watching a movie I wanted to watch. This is my favorite part. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Oh, wait, that's kind of cute. Wait, I like her a lot. Oh, she's so cute, guys.
Sorry, I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry.
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean into each other a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. Okay, wait, I got it. Okay, so she's right here to my left, and I'm going like this. Okay, girl! I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
That is... We got a new angle unlock. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Why'd I make that sound? I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this. Is that what it said? But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Huh?
To turn the page?
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. The side eye goes crazy. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. That's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here. 20 minutes on the same word. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels almost like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. My dyslexia is going crazy at certain parts of this, so I apologize. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. She's the author. Plot twist!
Think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Daisy, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
Stabs me. I'm sorry. I'm scared.
That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. You can either go to the extreme or like not.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. Okay, just in the way.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Thank God. Thank you, actually, Monica, because that was about to go crazy.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you...
Wait, who's talking? Monica's talking.
I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, that's not... It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time.
All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
I remember, don't worry. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done anything like this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh God! Who should I show my poem to first? I want to read the poem! It just sounds like it was a mess, to be honest. It just sounds like it was sad. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Yuri because, I mean, we're besties at this point. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion after all. Or to be fair, I don't remember what it said. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay, this is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic manner, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, not mine though when I'm reading it, because I'm dyslexic, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. No, girl, go ahead. This is a judgment-free zone, girl. You can tell me anything. Everything you're about to tell me, I thought myself, so it's fine. Sorry.
Fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do.
I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh! Oh! Wait, I'm scared. Okay. Ghost under the light. Okay. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Okay, girl! Wait, that was tea! I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Girl, I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long. I'm dyslexic, Yuri! I'm dyslexic. You need to already clock that, okay? But it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? What the frick is this? Haha. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Daisy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Wait, can I read it again? Wait, I want to read it again. Take it. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Girl, you were just schooling me a second ago, so yes, I think so. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Daisy. Oh, okay. Me too. Oh, okay, I'm reading everybody's poem. Oh, this is gonna be a while. It's already 25 minutes. Let's do Sayori. This is my girl. This is a good poem, Daisy. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? God, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Daisy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this meant to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. All right, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Whew! Okay.
Dear Sunshine.
Good morning, Starshine. The earth says hello.
The earth says hello.
I'm just gonna read it in my regular voice because I can't. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, wait. It started strong. I want breakfast. Real. The switch from like waking up slowly and being like, I'm hungry. That spoke to my heart. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit. It's a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Yeah, I want breakfast. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. Yeah. I made eggs and toast. Okay, girl, so even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point to arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. All right, let's do Monica.
Hi, Daisy. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Daisy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier we'll try to learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Daisy. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really
It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. I guess it worked out anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you best. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, okay, scrolling. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A nosy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Wait. Wait. Okay. It couldn't have been me. So what is it supposed to be? Like, so there's a hole in the wall that someone tried to cover up because of the spackle? Okay. I'm like really trying to dissect this. She peeks through the hole, she can't see. She's blind because the sun scorched her retinas, or this is a metaphor for something. She thought she was outside the house, but she's inside the house. And the he is looking inside the house. So someone's looking at her house? So what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay.
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm curious too. Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been kind of influencing my poem a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, it's something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Now is Natsuki's time to shine. Ugh.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
What if I killed you? That's a bit blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Yeah, strawberry. Don't think I forgot about that. Like, if I pick something stupid, then the other girl's gonna... Strawberry. Strawberry shortcake! It's because this wasn't strawberry shortcake, huh?
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. I bet you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, hey, cheetahs can run, hey, eagles can fly, hey, people can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
So, but who would? If you really think about it, nobody would. So, is that really an educated observation, or are you just admitting that that was poop from a bun? I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits hard.
So that wasn't a good example because it low-key didn't. No, maybe I'm thinking about it too simply.
Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be like a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Yeah, y'all can't be more opposite than each other. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. She can't understand it! Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Yuri dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Because it's garbage. Because it's garbage.
You meant that you had to try to come up with something nice to say. Thanks, but that didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Daisy did too.
Ooh, don't drag me into this.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. Yeah, the queen is talking.
I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Daisy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me that he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up.
Maybe you're just jealous that Daisy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
She clocked it! She clocked that.
Is everyone okay?
No.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Daisy started showing up.
Whoa! Hold on. Now, hold on a second.
Natsuki!
Natsuki? That's a little... Damn. You see how fast she's...
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was just standing there.
Daisy, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Daisy. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not necessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Daisy?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know everything about writing. Say this out loud because, like, y'all are being stupid. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Crap. I can help. I can ask Sayori for help. Let's think about this. Because the game has been conditioned to think that I'm always going to choose Yuri. Because we do have more in common. I mean, I like the girl. I do. I like her more. And if I was being my real self, her writing style is much more like mine. Like, I like how she dives deep. And I think that she's right. Poetry does have... What am I talking about? Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. Yeah, clock it! You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
Clock! That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
She did read it. How can you take... Eagles can fly. My daddy died. Burger poem. I understand. Yuri.
Huh?
You're a seriously talented writer. Hey! It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry.
What? Okay. Daddy Daisy here. Daddy Daisy's to the rescue. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean to. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? To be fair, Yuri always apologizes, but that's neither here nor there. Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. Oh. I did! I said that I liked I said I liked your poem. I just said you were being a little nasty. Because you were. Like, she did call it cute. And, I mean, yes, that was valid reason to, like, explode. Not even explode. That was valid reason to clock it. But you didn't clock her. You punched her in the face. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when Jesus Christ. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Okay, she's acting like a baby. Girl, you're being a little too much.
Natsuki, she really didn't mean to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything all right?
I'm just so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, Daisy. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of the club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, the biddies. I would never do anything so shameful. So...
What thing did Natsuki say? Girl, I know what it was. I just want to hear her say it. Girl, say it.
Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea.
Good idea. Make enough for one more person, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
Oh, she came back.
It was all right. Well, mostly.
Daisy, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Daisy, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I really can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Daisy, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's hee hee. Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayuri hasn't gotten... just know that Sai was loud in the mic. It looks like Sayuri hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Greedy. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm writing another poem, aren't I? Alrighty then. Okay, this will be the end of the episode. This is almost an hour long of a recording, which is going to be so fun to edit, by the way. Okay. Let's start with flower. Okay, we'll do ocean. Let's like mix it in. So we'll do judgment because I know, okay, she's going to jump. We'll do another big word, determination. Okay, now we'll do a simple word like Valentine. Okay, I have it. Okay, color, party, fireworks, strawberry, doki doki. Feather, secretive, whirlwind, eternity, summer, dance, dazzle, vanilla, beauty, tenacious. I think I mixed it in real good. I think I mixed the pot in real good. Now we're going to stop here. We're going to stop here. That was a long one. I'm getting into this, but the thing is I'm still worried because I know that something's going to happen. That's the problem. But I just don't know what. And this is shaping up to be like a normal story. So I don't know how long this is, but I guess we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.